Party to task. During an appearance in Mississippi, the former presidential candidate pointing out the party's losing streak at the state level, something he argues was overshadowed by the Obama presidency.
The business model, if you like, of the Democratic Party for the last 15 years or so has been a failure. Over the last 10 years, Democrats have lost about 1,000 seats in state legislatures all across this country.
Let's bring in our power panel now. Jake McCobey is a former chief speechwriter for Attorney Generals Eric Holder and Loretta Lynch. And Kristin Tate is a contributor at The Hill and author of the new book, How Do I Tax Thee? Thank you both for talking to us. All right, Kristin, you know, Sanders is right. Clearly, the Democratic Party has been falling flat. It depends on who's, looking at it, a decade, 2 decades, who knows. Why? What's wrong with their playbook?
Well, you're right. He's correct on many levels. I mean, think about what the Democratic Party used to represent in the days of JFK and even Bill Clinton. It was the party of working Americans that advocated for lower taxes and even a secure border. These are the issues that got constituents to their feet applauding. But today's Democrats stand for open borders, higher taxes, late-term abortions, and allowing men into women's bathrooms. The party has become completely out of touch with the very people who used to make up its core constituency. But here's the thing. It's very easy for Bernie to bash his own party, but his own ideas are even more extreme and even more toxic. What I think Bernie doesn't understand is that the Democrats don't win by batting to the left. They win by batting to the center.
Jake, is Bernie blaming the same Democratic Party that unsuccessfully got him into the White House? Because he didn't do so hot of a job on the campaign trail.
Well, look, actually, Bernie Sanders is saying the same thing that a lot of Democrats have said, including, by the way, President Obama, who said that we've had a hard time getting our voters to the polls in non-presidential elections. That continues to be true. But that was especially true in 2010 when the Democrats got a real beat down at the ballot box. And as a result of that, Republicans who won in that year gerrymandered themselves into a bunch of safe districts. And that's been bad. That's been certainly bad for Democrats, but it's also been bad for democracy. So now going forward, you're seeing Democrats really wake up to that. You've seen even over the last year, Democrats have shown up in Alabama, in Virginia, in Wisconsin, in Pennsylvania, and they're not just showing up to vote, they're showing up to run. You've had a record number of Democrats running across the country, including a record number of women. So Democrats are ready to roll on this one.
Is this something, though, Kristin, that, a demonstration maybe that Republicans should take note of? Because if Democrats have been falling flat for the last decade and a half, that includes under the Obama administration. President Obama was doing quite well as far as being reelected, but it didn't help his party. Is that something Republicans should look forward to come the midterms? Just because they have President Trump in the White House is not going to protect them.
Oh, absolutely. And I just want to point out here, Democrats have a lot of problems going on right now. They don't have a clear message, but Republicans haven't been much better. The Republicans got the House, the Senate, and the White House, and what have we gotten for that? We got that terrible spending bill, which is the most liberal spending bill in recent memory, which fully funds Planned Parenthood, sanctuary cities, and actually forbids the construction of the border wall. So Republicans should not get too comfortable right now. Conservative voters across the country do support Trump. He has an 85% approval rating among them, but they do not overwhelmingly support Republicans in Congress. There's a disconnect there. So yeah, Republicans should not get too comfortable.
Okay, but Jake, the tax cuts, I mean, they have done this country very well. And let's not forget that. So, I mean, the Republicans have that. What do the Democrats have?
Well, they've certainly done the wealthiest Americans very well, and that's absolutely true.
But everybody has seen a tax cut.
Well, a lot of people have seen a tax cut at the top. Some of that tax money has trickled down to folks at the bottom, but a lot of that comes due later on when people's taxes go up if you're making under $75,000 a year. What Democrats are pushing for are better jobs, better opportunities for all Americans, including better wages, by the way. The trouble is Republicans have been banging this drum on tax cuts for the wealthy for a long time, and they don't seem to have a whole lot else to run on.
We got to go. I am so sorry. Jake McCobey, thank you very much. Kristin Tate, we have another live program after this one, so we can't take up